couple of days off and we are headed to the property. Really excited about shooting another turkey, hopefully, or maybe an axis deer. We'll see what happens. So this is the Indian Creek Bow Hunting Journal and Bow Hunting Radneck. Stay tuned for a great hunt.
For the Lord is God, and He created the heavens and earth and put everything in place. I am the Lord, He says, and there is no other. Let all the world look to me for salvation, for I am God. There is no other.
The animal activity started early and never really let up. I was covered up in animals the whole time I was in the blind. And then the axis deer showed up. And then my heart started pounding. So watch this as it plays out.
That is a real bummer. I don't know what scared that deer, but I know it wasn't me. But he was looking at me. I don't know, I wasn't moving at all. I was behind the screen. And so whatever he saw he didn't like, took all those deer out with him. Man. Anyway, we're going to sit back and hopefully we will get a turkey going or maybe another axis deer coming through. Or a pig. There were pigs on the camera over at the other feeder that's about 400 yards away or so. 300, 400 yards. But this camera, I forgot to turn it back on, so I don't know what was coming here. But obviously we've had deer coming here. So this is usually my best feeder to sit at.
It wasn't 15 minutes later, and look what's coming. Seems like the elk have been showing up this spring quite a bit, especially because I got the feeder out there, and I've been feeding protein, so these elk like to come and eat from that. So watch this.
Was that cool or what? You might be wondering why I didn't shoot that cow. Well, it's because I'm sure she's pregnant. So we want more elk around. Come August, we might harvest one of those cows if I get the opportunity. The only problem is during season, they never show up, or during the regular season, because in Texas, because elk are considered exotic, you can shoot them anytime. But I think the elk are going to be safe until at least later August. That I don't know which bull that was, but I'm sure that's one of the big bulls that was coming to the property here last fall. One was looked like about a five by 5 or 5 by 7 or 6 or something like that. But that could have been that bull. But he'll probably be a shooter this year. And then there's another big bull. I don't know that that was that big bull, because his body was big for sure, but he wasn't huge. And who knows, they might have lost weight by now, but with the antlers, their necks are gone. Their necks are quite smaller. So anyways, that was fun. Let's see what else comes in today. We're back in the blind. Nothing last night, so we're back at it again today. This morning I didn't have much come in. Last night I did have that young axis deer come in. I can't tell if it's a little button buck or whether it's a doe. Not sure yet, but it kind of looks like a button buck to me. But that was the one that was with that old doe that I shot a couple of weeks ago, week and a half ago maybe. So I'm pretty sure that deer died, which is pretty upsetting that I couldn't find her, because man, I whacked her right where you're supposed to hit the deer. Very frustrating. But if you want to watch that episode, go back a few episodes. I think it's episode number 4 maybe, something like that. So anyway, cool that I saw those elk yesterday. That was a cool experience. That's quite unusual. That's the most video I've ever gotten of elk. About 20 minutes worth of footage there. So that was cool. But we're hoping for a big axis buck. Had a big axis buck last night on the camera. And I doubt he comes during the day, but those things are really wary, as you saw just a moment ago in the video. But that was yesterday for me. That small axis buck came. I don't think I would have shot him. He was still in velvet growing, plus he was pretty young. If he tempted me long enough, I probably would have shot him, but I was more thinking, I don't want to shoot him, I'll shoot the doe. And then I got to thinking, well, if I shoot the doe, I'm going to educate that big buck. So I didn't want to educate him, or the bigger of the buck, not the big buck, but the little one. But my decision was made for me when they decided to run out, or whenever he smelled something or saw something he didn't like. So, but I'm sure it wasn't me. The wind was blowing this way, and I wasn't moving at all in the blind. So that's just how they are. They're really wary. Anyways, hopefully tonight is the magic night.
Had a boatload of whitetail come in, and then this little guy went and took a nap while the others fed. And then Mr. Texas Hare came in, and rabbit stew was on my mind, so I figured I would wait for this guy to settle down and I would take a shot. You could say I missed him by a Texas Hare. Well, maybe a Texas Mile. His fatal mistake was he stopped once again, so this is about 30, 31 yards. That one was rabbit meat in the freezer.
Rabbit stew. Yeah. I was getting pretty bored. I don't know where that first shot went, but it was right at 30 yards. I don't know why I didn't hit it. I've always wondered what smoked rabbit tastes like. I'm going to smoke this rabbit and see what it tastes like. How's that?
Unfortunately, some of you have to go to the grocery store for your meat. But we like to take ours organically, organically grown, grass and corn fed rabbit stew. Anyways, I'm going to smoke him along with that turkey that I shot about a week and a half ago. So anyways, thanks for watching Indian Creek Bowhunting Journal. Be sure to give us a thumbs up as well as subscribe, and we will give you notification for any future videos. Thanks for watching.